developers are people who build the software. Traders are who manage the money and the risk, and the researchers are who find the alphas and they find how to find the trading strategy.
How do these guys collaborate to achieve the trading goals of, say, for example, iRage?
Because there are multiple things that make it click. So the traditional boundary between developer and researcher and trader is becoming a little blurred. So now you can't be like, okay, I'll focus on only part A, and then I will aim to be like supremely successful in high frequency trading. So typically, the successful ones are people who do the research themselves, which is big data analysis, and then they would implement it themselves, and therefore they know that how and why if things go wrong or things need to be changed or modified or so on and so forth, they would have the control on it, and then they would trade it, and then they would get the line feedback, and then they would make the changes. So this is okay. I think I should have taken a step back. So developers are people who build the software. Traders are who manage the money and the risk, and the researchers are who find the alphas and they find how to find the trading strategy. Now, as I mentioned, in a lot of cases, the boundaries get blurred. There could be people who are pure researchers, there could be people who are pure developers, and traders, pure traders could exist, but then it's mostly the trader plus researcher plus developer. Within developer, there could be people who are developing the strategy, there could be people who are developing the tools for research, developing UIs, which are very, if you're trading, so on each exchange, there is like 100,000 plus instruments, right? So now if you're trading a lot of assets, instruments on the exchange, there's a lot of millions of orders that you are sending as a trader. You have that information, the alerting of outlier events, and then so on and so forth. That has to be presented to the trader in a very what do you call user-friendly UI UX efficient UX way. So there is a lot of development on that as well. And plus, there is also core development of the platform, which is the basically the connectivity to the exchanges. So you will have people who are just focusing on building the connectivity to the exchanges, be it the market data adapter, which is the market data coming from the exchange, or be it sending orders to the exchange. So people who are focusing purely on the that side of development, there are people who are focusing on the strategy development. The strategy developers could be traders and researchers, people who could be focusing purely on the research. So once again, depending upon firm to firm, the structure could vary. So there are some firms in which there will be independent teams where the researcher, developer, trader for each team would be totally isolated. And then there could be other firms where there is a centralized team of developers. There would be a centralized team of developers building the adapters for all the teams. But then typically, in almost all cases, most cases, the researchers and then the strategy-specific developers would work in different silos. Now, how much the teams interact with each other, that depends upon the corporate philosophy of each corporate. So there some firms work totally, each team works totally independently. There is no sharing of IP, and then you wouldn't know what your neighboring team is doing, and so on and so forth. There are other firms where there is encouragement of discussion about insights, and then at a broad level, which could help different teams and then the firm as a whole. So yeah, it depends how the firm's philosophy is. So we try to have a mix of both. So where individual teams, they are incentivized to based on their profitability, but then at the top level, things that could impact the global level, we share encourage sharing of insights, and then building tools which are common to everyone. So it's not like tools are built by the team for themselves. We as a firm, we build common tools for which can be used by different teams. Yeah.